Namaskar, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, students and scholars, teachers and trainers, professors, professionals, officials, officers, listeners, learners. The most honorable President Prime Minister Modi ji, I welcome respected doctors and directors. I welcome honorable ministers and managers. I welcome honorable advocates, supervisors, administrators and advisors. It is really nice time nice section that we are recollecting early educational, cultural, spiritual words, thoughts and ideas. Our great men, those who came in India, for providing the message of oneness, equality, unity throughout the world. All freedom fighters, free thinkers, philosophers, psychologists, those who came in India, they addressed us unity in diversity. It is well known throughout the world. If there is any land in the world where there are diversities, adversities and varieties are found on the basis of caste, color, creed and language. But in spite of all this, there is a message of unity. How this unity world give us presence of God or not? How we can generalize by experiencing omnipresence, omnipotency of God. Lord our God is omnipresent, omniscient. He is everywhere. He was, He will, and He is. It is message in all our holy scriptures. Why do we forget? Why do we forget its presence? For keeping ourselves ready to do something different. It is very necessary that we have to get up early in the morning between 2 to 5 and we must do yoga, meditation, pranayama. Without such actions, we cannot improve any language, literature, and knowledge, information about our spiritual world, how we can improve our vocabulary. There is no doubt that English is very rich language. It is very difficult to ignore its study in order to progress in the modern world. To get mastery on English language, the vocabulary of the learner should be rich. The vocabulary implies the stock of words used in a language. Krishna has rightly opined. It is obvious that if we not know the words of a language, we cannot speak the language. On the other hand, it can also be said that learning a language does not mean merely learning the words and substituting these words for the corresponding words in our own language. English language has a vast vocabulary. It is not possible it is not possible for us to learn all the words of this language. We have to rely on a list of selected words. We require very often these words in speech, reading and writing. Therefore, the maximum number of words, for example, 3,000 are very essential for acquiring mastery over the four aspects of English language. At the early stage of language learning, the child has limited knowledge. His area of living as well as his experiences are very limited. But he begins learning the language. Learning of language will take place in a much better way if the child starts the structure by using limited vocabulary. This type of practice should be allowed to continue until he is able to possess command over some basic structures. At that stage, the learner should be acquainted with as many words as possible. There should be an extension of recognition vocabulary. Let us explain in brief the kinds of words. Let us mention kinds of words in brief. All the words can be divided into two main categories. One is functional words, two is content words. Function words are the words which are used in the sentence structures. They are also called structural words. These words have no meaning of their own. They are very simple to look at. But it is quite difficult when they are taken up for teaching purposes. Function words are the following types. One is helping words like is, am, are, etc. Two is auxiliaries, may, can, will, shall, etc. Three is prepositions like for, on, at, up, in, by, among, from, etc. Four is conjunctions like an but when whoever because etc. 5 is articles a and go etc. 6 is relatives like who, which, whom, that, etc. Daily words like much or most, etc. It is interrogatives like what, which, when, why, etc. 9 instructional adjectives like this, that, any, some, etc. Any structural adverbs like always, ever, again. So these words are counted in function words. When we read functional grammar, structural grammar, then we study such words. These words are the constant and stable word of the English grammar. Two is content words. What are the content words? Content words are the main words of the language, actions, and qualities. They are the words we talk about. They are of the following types. Like one is words for things like table, pen, pencil, book, etc. Two is words for qualities like good, bad, honesty, bravery, etc. Three is words of functions like run, play, walk, tough, etc. In English we see that there are large number of words. If we wish to understand the meaning of a particular word very clearly, we shall have to see the context and situation in which that word has been used. We cannot get the true meaning by taking up words in isolation. It is all the more significant to note that there are different kinds of meanings. The students should know it very well that apart from dictionary meaning, words have other meaning also. In all, there are 5 types of meanings which are discussed here under. One is lexical meaning. By lexical meaning, we mean the meaning of words as given in the dictionary. Suppose we wish to understand the sentence. The beautiful girl married the ugly boy. The dictionary tells us. The dictionary tells us that both the girl and the boy are human beings. Our married depicts the specific action. The words beautiful and ugly are adjectives indicating qualities. We come to know
Welcome to rock music. Bluetooth mode.
the word many depicts the specific action. The words beautiful and ugly are adjectives indicating qualities. We come to know only this much from dictionary. We do not come to know whether beautiful refers to the quality of boy or girl. To it, syntactical meaning. Syntactical meaning is indicative with the help of word order in a sentence. For example, in a sentence, referred above, we know that the girl is beautiful and the boy is ugly. The beautiful girl comes before the word marry. Therefore, we get an idea that the action was performed by the beautiful girl and not by the boy. Morphological meaning. Morphological meaning is indicated by the form of the word. The form of the word girl and the form of the boy reminds us that there was only one girl and one boy. Again, the word married depicts that the action took place in the past. It was not performed in the present or in the future, as we do not find marries or will marry in the sentence. Intonational meaning. Meaning of the words
Meaning of the words are sentences also relies upon the way they are spoken. The word fire can be spoken in two ways: falling intonation, rising intonation. If the falling intonation is used, the word fire gives us warning that breathe is a blaze. It is. If the rising intonation is used, it appears to ask a question whether there is a real fire. Cultural meaning is taken from the knowledge of background, experience of the life of the speaker. Cultural meaning is taken from the knowledge of background, experience of the life of the speaker. It gives us the thorough understanding of the sentence. There is an interesting example of a change that is taking place at present in USA. Specifically, this change relates to their culture alone. The use of the word bad too is taking up a new meaning. That was a bad movie. They say by putting an extra stress on the word bad. In this sentence, if taken in the cultural context in which it is developing, the word bad really means very good. Thus, while the person is speaking this sentence, he is indeed saying that was a very good movie. If spoken outside the cultural area of US. If spoken outside the cultural area of the USA, people would comprehend the sentence to imply that the movie was not good. But in this cultural situation, the meaning is quite different. Let us write in detail the principles for the selection of vocabulary. In order to make adequate and proper selection of words, one is usefulness of a word. Words which are useful for the learners should be selected. For example, the word right is useful at every stage of school. Frequency of a word. While selecting words, it should be seen how much popular a particular word is. It should be kept in mind how frequently the words is used by the learners. For example, the words like work, play will have very high frequency in the classrooms. Structural value of a word. The words which have more structural value should be given preference for selection. For example, the word and has a very high structural value. Universality of a word. Only the words having universal significance should be selected. For the words war and peace, though are of less significance at elementary stage, but the students will learn these words sooner and later. Usage of applicability of a word. While selecting these words, it should be seen that in how many different situations a word can be used. Productivity of a word. Some words are productive in the sense that many other words arise out of them by applying prefixes or suffixes. The teacher should select them to enhance the learning speed of the children. Simplicity of a word. At the elementary stage, the simplicity of words is the most important principle. Only those words should be selected by the teacher which follow the principle of simplicity. The simplicity of words will help the children to grasp them easily. Principles regarding gradation are as follow. Simplicity. Out of the selected words, the most simple words should come first. Then difficult and later on the more difficult ones. Structural value. A word which has more structural value for the learners should be taken first, and the words having less structural value for learners should come later on. Immediate utility. Those words which have their utility for the child at the intermediate moment should be kept out first. The words which are useful at the later stages should be kept for other times. Teachability. There are some words which can be taught more easily as compared to others. That type of words should be taken up first and other words may be placed afterwards. By gradation we mean putting that selected vocabulary in suitable order. In other words, the elementary teacher should be clear in mind what items of vocabulary he should introduce first, what next, and what at the final stage of learning. Grading implies putting the teaching material in proper order. While grading, very simple and common type of structures are maintained for teaching the early stages. Complex structures are laid aside for later stages. In brief, we can say that gradation means which item after which. In this way, through gradation, the structures are placed in order and after that they are presented and the learners one by one in that serial order. Let us mention and explain some of the techniques for teaching vocabulary. What techniques will you adopt to teach vocabulary to your young learners? Let us discuss the various methods of teaching words. Let us explain the methods of teaching words with suitable examples. A number of methods can be used for teaching the new words to the learners. Some of these words are briefly discussed here. By showing actual objects, words which can be taught by showing actual objects should be taught in that manner. For example, the words fan, window, door, chalk can be taught to the students by showing the actual objects. This method is very much useful in the lower classes. It is because it brings variety and life into the classroom situation. Two is by showing models. Sometimes the actual objects are very difficult to obtain. In that case, the models can be shown to the learners. In this way, words can be taught to them. For example, if the learners are to be taught the words camel, cat, elephant, etc., their models can be shown to the learners. Thus, by showing models, those words can be taught to them. By performing actions, there are some words whose actions can be performed. Such words are walking, jumping, dancing, writing, etc. These words can only be taught by performing actions. Thus, an activity takes place in the class. The students like to learn those words with the help of actions. By using charts and pictures, a chart or a picture can be prepared for certain words. These words may be noun or action words. Charts and pictures are also helpful in creating situations. Thus, a sentence or a group of words can be made clear and vivid to the learners. By using a blackboard, blackboard is the best type of visual aid for teaching purposes. If the teacher has expertise in drawing, then pictures can be drawn on the blackboard. Thus, by drawing pictures on the blackboard, some of the words can be taught to the learners. By using mother tongue, when all sorts of devices fail to teaching a particular word, it is rather advisable for a teacher to tell the meanings of the word in mother tongue by creating verbal situations. Sometimes it so happens that for some words, visual situations are not possible. Therefore, verbal situations have to be created. For example, if we wish to teach the word forget, the teacher may speak the names of the students. Your name is Shyam, your name is Krishna, your name is dash dash. I forget. When such verbal situation comes before the students, they will be able to comprehend that word. by associations. The new words may be associated with the old ones which the learner has already learned. Association can be established by asking antonyms, synonyms, past tense, number, gender, etc. as the case may be. For example, while teaching the word bad, the teacher can ask what is the opposite of good. The question is asked presuming that the students are already aware of the word good. By using words walls, words can be taught by using word walls. A word wall is a collection of words which are displayed in a large number of letters on a wall in the classroom. The word wall is designed to be an interactive tool for students and contains an array of words that can be used during writing and reading. By using homonyms, the words can be taught by using homonyms. Homonyms are two words that are spelled the same and sound the same but have different meanings. A simple example of homonym is the word pen. This can mean both a holding area for animals and a writing instrument. By using homophones, words can be taught by using homophones. Homophones have the same sound but different meaning and they are often spelled differently. For example, consider the words plate and plate. A plate is a dish for eating, but a plate is a special knot or twist, usually indicating something threaded like hair or rope. By using homographs, words can be taught. By using homographs, homographs have same spelling but different meanings. For example, the words tear and tear. The tear can mean drop of water from the eyes. On the other hand, it can mean to rip paper into pieces. Either way, the spelling is the same. How can vocabulary be expanded? Let us explain the methods of expanding vocabulary. Let us suggest some ways for expansion of vocabulary at the elementary level. Words are our friends, acquaintances and strangers. In our daily life, we happen to meet some people of strangers. If we meet them very often, we become friendly, and in some cases, relatives like contacts are established. The same thing happened in the case vocabulary. There is a great need for expansion of vocabulary in the learning of a language. Expansion of vocabulary is of great significance. It is expected from all to improve his vocabulary with the passage of time. Here below are given some of the methods of expanding vocabulary. The teacher may suggest some headings like classroom, school, homes, etc. The students are asked to think of the words related to the topic. The teacher continues writing these words on the blackboard. For example, school, teacher, headmaster, office, class, students, monitor, etc. The students are asked to prepare list of related words. To word families. Related words may be collected together. For example, kill, kills, killed, killing, etc. A special blackboard in the school may be reserved for vocabulary. One or two words may be written on it daily. At the top of this board, vocabulary for today may be written. 5 new words should be written on that blackboard every day. The student should be asked to learn those words meaning, usage, spelling, etc. Some games may be introduced for expansion of vocabulary. For example, the division of class can be done into groups. One student from one group speaks one word. After that, the students of the second group speak the word starting with the last letter of the word spoken by the first group. Thus, this game goes on, and vocabulary of students will enrich. While this game is continuing, the teacher may ask the students to tell the spellings of the words they speak. The teacher may write some letter, for example, we, in the blackboard, on the blackboard. After that, the students may be asked to speak or write the words beginning with that letter. It will assist in expanding the vocabulary. Vocabulary. The teacher may write some word on the blackboard. For example, picture. After that, the teacher asks the students to form words with the help of picture. Some of the words formed by the students are cut, pure, cured, etc. The words which have almost same pronunciation but different spellings and different meanings may be classified in different categories. For example, right, lower, lower, loud, etc. These words are called homonyms. Thank you, all listeners and learners. Thank you very much.